After 3 years of a dead-end marriage and a husband who refused to sign the divorce papers despite keeping a permanent mistress, I stopped crying. Instead, I started swiping. I was at the boutique, eyeing my 5th Birkin of the month, when my husband's mistress called to stage an intervention. "Do you even know how to be a wife?" Piper's voice was shrill, dripping with a mock concern that made my skin crawl. "How can you have the heart to buy another bag right now? The firm is in a liquidity crisis. Nathan is losing sleep every single night over the overhead." She let out a shaky breath, and then, incredibly, she started to sob. "He's your husband, Isabel. Don't you feel anything for him?" In the background, I heard the muffled, low timbre of Nathan's voice, shushing her, comforting her. This was the 59th time she had lectured me on my reckless spending. She was his lead accountant, his loyal employee, and the woman he couldn't seem to quit. We had been trapped in this divorce battle for 3 years. I didn't scream. I didn't even argue. I simply pressed end call and turned to the sales associate with a blank smile. I proceeded to spend $500,000 on a suite of high-end appliances and designer furniture for a home I had no intention of staying in. 10 minutes later, Nathan called. He let out a heavy, performative sigh. "From now on, Piper is in charge of your accounts. If you need a cent, you ask her. She's a professional. Maybe she can finally cure you of this pathological wastefulness." I listened in silence. My lack of reaction seemed to irritate him more than a tantrum would have. "What are you even doing with all that junk?" he snapped. "Can't you just try to live a normal life for once?" "You told me once," I said, my voice as level as a horizon line, "that the day I found someone who actually wanted me, you'd let me go, that you'd sign the papers." "Isabel, I'm buying my trousseau, Nathan. Every swipe of the card is an investment in my new life. I've found someone." There was a long beat of silence on the other end. Then, a sharp, dismissive scoff. "Is this the only trick you have left?" Nathan asked. "The other man routine? I don't have the energy for this, Isabel. The company is hit with a federal audit, and things are tense." He let out another sigh, that mixture of exhaustion and arrogance he wore like a tailored suit. "I don't expect you to help me carry the weight. I just need you to stay in your lane. Stop trying to buy my attention with high-end receipts. I've told you 1,000 times, you'll always be Mrs. Nathan Jackson. Stop acting out. It's beneath you." He was so certain. He truly believed that outside of the gilded cage he'd built for me, I was nothing. He thought no one else would look at me. He thought that 3 years ago, and he thought it now. I heard Piper's voice in the background, teasing him. "You don't think she's actually seeing someone, do you?" "Please," Nathan chuckled, a sound full of smug confidence. "No one else would put up with her. With that temper, I'm the only man on earth who can handle her." He called it a temper. He never realized that he was the one who had transformed a soft, quiet woman into a screaming banshee, and eventually into this cold, silent stranger. Years ago, I would have fought him. I would have stormed into his office and screamed about the account he was sleeping with until security escorted me out. But to a man of his stature, my public pain wasn't a scandal. It was an ego boost. It was a testament to how much he mattered. For 3 years, he and Piper had been a we. She stood where I should have stood at every gala. She sat at his family's Thanksgiving table while I stayed home. I was the punchline of every joke in the suburban country club circuit. And yet, every time I begged for a divorce, he refused. He'd look at me with that cruel, confident smirk and say, "You want out? Fine. Find a man who's willing to take you off my hands. Go out there and see who wants Nathan Jackson's leftovers. See who's brave enough to cross me." He overestimated his shadow, and he vastly underestimated me. The man I found wasn't just someone. He was everything Nathan pretended to be, and more. The line went dead. Still feeling the phantom itch of his arrogance, I walked over to the watch counter and asked to see a limited edition Patek Philippe. The clerk ran my card and winced. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Jackson. There's a transaction limit. It's set to $50. A text popped up from Piper immediately. "I hope you understand. Nathan is under a lot of pressure. Once the firm clears this hurdle, I might increase your allowance to 100. Please, Isabel, have a heart. Stop being a burden to your husband." I actually laughed. A mistress asking the wife to have a heart for the man they were both bleeding dry, spiritually or financially.